Good morning, everybody. We are fixing to go do a big job, and I can't stress how big. It's going to be about 3 yards. Probably only about a yard is going to go in to what I've got to do. But I do want to show something. We've had some work done in the shop, and this has been a game changer for us. 10-foot diameter ceiling fans. And I got to brag on these things. We've had some work done down here in the shop here lately. So we've got 3 in here. This is really cool. You got your remote. We've got them all synced up. And if I want it to go max speed, here we go. It takes them a little bit to get going. But these things move some serious air. And they are not I'm not going to use any profane language on here because this is kid friendly. But these are not the big rear end fans like you hear about. Those cost an arm and a leg. Look at that. I can feel the wind. It's just crazy. So we have done some work down in our shop. So, it's my highlight for today. And then of course we've had our new pressure washer put in, which I've been fairly impressed with it. I'm not overly yet, but we did finally get in our Hydrotech pressure washer. We're having some issues with the heat on it right now. Hopefully they'll get it straightened out. But anyway, just kind of some new additions to the shop here. We got rid of our old one. We've still got our mixer valves, which mixes the chemicals. We put it in our bucket, and then we use our soap knob, and we can pump it through the hose that way. Because we've got the line is all piped in, and it goes all the way across up to our hose reel, which we have a 100-foot hose reel, so if we're cleaning booms. And here it shall be. So it does work. We can swivel that. And we got our remote on the wall, so we can kick everything on. But anyway, just kind of showing that off. I'm happy we've got some additions down here in the shop. We've had a little bit of work done, and excited about it. The fans have been working excellent. It's going to be really good when it's 100 degrees out and we're all sweated wet down here in the shop. And pressure washer has been working good. Not impressed with the heat quite yet. I'm going to have to do some figuring out there. But anyway, let's get this truck on the road. We've got a big job to pump. 3 yards through a window. They're going to wheelbarrow it. When I get done, actually while I'm pumping, I'm going to be over the street, a main drag street right there in town. So I'm hoping I can reach up to that window. And when I get done, I'm going to come back. Got a bridge tomorrow morning, about an hour and a half away. And then, but this afternoon when I get back, I need to run down. Chris is going to be pumping up here, and he has to be in early, so I'm going to run down and take over his truck. So anyway, let's get this thing fired up and get on the road. Real quick, everybody, I'm sure I'm going to have questions on this, but those fans right there are 10-foot diameter, and I did not get the big rear end fans, if you know what I mean, because they are ridiculous price, if you want my opinion. These are the Harmonized Home, and this is the book installation. So if you want to do it yourself, all the instructions are in there. They also send a remote with every fan. So if you have 6 fans in here, you can link them all up on one remote. And I do think that is really cool. And then they've got your hour settings. So if you want to turn it on, let it run for an hour. Say you're going to be leaving, they're going to kick off and so forth. And there is an optional light that you can add onto them. We don't need that, obviously, because we've got some shop lights, so not necessary for us. However, these things move some serious air. They're on a 1 foot down rod. I know I'm going to have questions down in the comments about them, so I'm just letting you know a little bit more about it. So anyway, on with business. Let's fire old green up and get it going down the road here. And I need to make sure I can stretch up. I'm going to put a double-ended hose on so that we can cap that hose so we don't slobber concrete back down onto the street. And I think this is just the one I'm going to use. So they're only going to fill, probably give or take, probably going to be 8 to 10 wheelbarrow loads. So shouldn't be too bad, just a little job, kind of tedious in town. And I'll get this truck ready for tomorrow morning, and then head down and take over the 32 meter and finish filling the pier. So anyway, let's get her on the road. And just wanted to tell you guys about the fan. I'm sure I'm going to have a lot of questions about it. So, but here we go. We are here, guys, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna sit in this lot. We're gonna stretch up to that middle window right there, literally pour, not that much, I'm not sure, maybe a yard in there, I'm not sure exactly. But we are right beside the Mississippi River. I'll walk you out there just a little bit if I have time. And then the old Ragsdales, if you're in town, if you are familiar with that, that is gutted down below. We are going into the Buckner Brewing, which they're changing into a more of a venue event type, I guess, wedding parties or birthday parties, yada yada. But I will walk you out there if I have time. All right, let's see what we got. Goal is to hit that window up there. We're gonna use the mud snake. Originally I was going to run a double-ended hose, but we kind of feel like a mud snake, we'd be able to clamp the hose off a little easier, a little quicker. I was not able to sit down beside the river wall because of those huge power lines right there. Walk you through the river wall, and you can see what I mean by this place. Well, more than likely flood. I think you can see that on video, but there was 2013, how high the water was, 2017, 1993 was a big flood. There it was, 2016. So this wall will more than likely be closed this spring. It usually is. A lot of barge traffic up and down the Mississippi. There's another guy on YouTube, Bowser's, I'd have to look it up. Bowser something, I'll have to find his page. I can probably put the link right up here at the top. and he flies his drone right around these barges quite often. I'm not sure exactly where he's located at, but it is pretty cool. You get a really up close video of a barge, and that's pretty neat. So but anyway, there's your view of the Mississippi. And if you're a local around this area, more than likely you remember the Ragsdale bar. You would walk down these steps into the bar, and you had the bar area in the middle, and some pool tables, shuffleboard, some darts, and that is now all closed. So let's take a stroll in there and look around. So let's stroll down here right quick and take a look. It might be too dark. And if you were familiar with Ragsdale's, here it is from the inside these days. So you would come in the front door. There was always tables here, some couches. You had your bar in the middle, and on the other side you had the shuffleboard table, and back over here was, I believe there was 2 pool tables right in this area, and then this back wall right here was the dartboards. So if you're familiar with this area, correct me if I'm wrong, but here it is nowadays. It's gutted out, it's going to be changed, and right there is the front door. So it is pretty cool coming back seeing this stuff. So when you walked in, if you remember what you saw, and now you see this. So this whole complete building will be remodeled into more of a venue system. So I'll be curious here in the next couple years what it will look like. So you stroll back up. We've got to be getting close to a truck here. So and then we had the Buckner Brewing, which is the building we're in right now. And then all up here in the front was the bar area. And then you had your tables kind of around. So Stace, didn't you say there was a mezzanine that went up through here?
Yeah, mezzanine, well, it was right there, same elevation, and then holes in the concrete.
So the mezzanine deck went around. And now apparently there's going to be a stage right up here, I guess a little concert stage. So big changes. I'd say here in a year or so it's going to look a lot different and be a big upgrade for Cape. So alright, I better get outside. I'm sure there's a truck nearby and get this thing primed up. So. Alright, let's see what we can do here. We got a truck. I'm going to use the port today to prime up and try and get a good prime here so we don't have primer and rock all up in that little pour that they've got. So let me dump this in and I'll see you guys on the inside of the old Buckner Brewing. Okay, All right, we got sink. We got sink. Might have to have one of you just kind of hold it.
I think I'm ready. Thanks.
Whoop! It might be coming down that hose. Might just be kinked up there at the top. Let me go up a little bit higher so it's not. So this stuff probably dry pretty quick, won't it? You try that for a while?
Yeah. I get wetter. It goes. Looks like it's already getting wetter. Alright. We just need to kind of punch it. We don't want to put quite as much in this there.
All right.
It'll be in bad.
It's off. It's off.
I didn't know how bad. I didn't know it was like that. Yeah.
Oh, ooh, yeah. Wheel's not looking too good.
Not fun to roll.
There, let's get some B-roll footage.
All right. Everybody smile for the camera. Smile for the camera. Right here. But you trust that magnet, I'm gonna dump it.
Now you gotta have a little fun with it.
Your viewers would be camera sick if you put it on the other one.
Yeah, yeah. And it is in there, guys. Alrighty, get this thing cleaned up and run down to the plant and dump it. Got her in there, back at the shop. Got to fill this water box back up and top off my water tank. Grab me a bite and head down to where they are knocking out a pier. So I've heard that it's going to be about an hour, give or take, before they get started. So I should be just about on time. So I will see you all on the next one. All right, everybody. I may have to end the video from the truck here. I'm not sure if I'll be able to video on this job. There it is. They let me video.
Yeah, always had one day, no, it's a different job.
So basically there's our cushion hose, and we're hooked at the 40 foot of steel pipe. And once again, I got to keep that pipe down in the concrete. I think it's about a foot, 2 feet. It may be. How far down does that pipe need to be in the mud?
Definitely a couple of feet.
Couple feet, yeah. So 2-3 feet. And once we get close to the top, they will pump off this slurry mix, and we will fill this on up. The slurry will then run on out into probably this hole they have dug. And we will go ahead and fill, I believe, 12 or 13 inches from the bottom of this seal. And I said they're fixing to raise the hose here anytime, so. Pump the slurry down, and now we see mud. That's a good thing. The hose has been bucking a lot today, so now I use a 4-inch pipe on there. I'm starting to question myself if I should get a 5-inch diameter pipe and run down in there. So have good experience with these, leave down in the comments below what size pipe you all run. We've just always ran 4 because we have 4-inch slick line pipe. So
I wouldn't vibrate real deep because we don't have a lot of dirt on there and that beam was up pretty high. I would let it up pretty good in the middle and just hit it with the I had seen you go like this. Down there, they can really do that. Take it on back and reset it. There you go. Right on the center. Hope it goes back in the right spot.
let's hope that doesn't come up.
I've been there. But the can wasn't wired to the, see how that beam is wired down to the cage? So that's got to pick that whole cage up and break in wire. Them wires are pretty tough.
Yeah, let's hope that doesn't do that.
I poured them before with no dirt on them. You still see the flange, but the grade's perfect. The can sets flat on the grade. You know, like on a lot of them dry holes, I'll take the drill rig and pull the drill rig up there, and we'll eat all the way around for my can. And get that all cut down, or we'll prep it first with a high lift or a skid steer, and have this whole area cut down to the elevation bottom of my can. And then when you set your can down there, it sets nice and
Everything's
flat.
on there
No
perfect.
shimming, there's nothing.
Well, that's it for today, everybody. Thanks for watching, and if you could hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with your friends. I'd appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next one.